this video, we'll be sharing how you can scale and grow your property business in 2023.
So we've done a few interviews, haven't we? We've talked about various different subjects based around property and our property business. So we're now coming to the end of the year. So we're currently in November. So obviously only a short while until we get to a brand new year, 2023. I think we've had a successful year. We have hit some bumps in the road.
We've certainly had more challenges in 2022 than we did in 2021.
But like everybody, there's always challenges, there's always obstacles which we need to get around, problems to solve, so that's just the nature of business. But obviously we're looking to grow our business, we're looking to buy more property. What do you think that we've learnt from this year that we can take forward to create more revenue and just make things smoother and what we can do differently?
I agree that 2022 has been more challenging than 2021 was, despite COVID relenting. I think it's a case of really you've got to make sure you've systemised your whole business. What we've done in the latter part of the year is leveraged other people. So we were trying to do it all in-house, just you and I, with a portfolio of something like 36 properties now, I can't remember. But if you think the amount of admin involved in that, it becomes overwhelming. And you're working in the business, not on it. And I think in the latter part of the year, we've now employed people to do a lot of the sort of legwork for us, so we can go out and do scale our business and do what we're good at and go and find deals. And if we want to package them up, if we want to do them ourselves, we can find the funding, etc. So we can scale and grow by working on the business rather than, as we've done a lot of this year, it's working in it.
So what learnings have we had from this year, and then what are we going to put into practice for next year?
Yes, I think it's crucial that something we've learned really throughout the time that we've been into property is people have got to have the same work ethic and the same attention to detail and the same desire to get things done. Where we get found out a little bit is when we believe someone's done something and find out they haven't. We've had that along the way, and it's a case of you've got to make sure we're in tune with them, and they want the same end goal and they want it as quickly as we do. I think one of the reasons we've been quite successful is the fact that we respond quickly to everything, and we react to any inquiry, or if there's solicitors requesting information for a purchase or a sale, that we feed them that information as soon as we can to keep the wheels in motion. And I think what we've learned this year, part of our power team have fallen short, and they're not working the same or have the same desire as we have to complete a deal, get everything across the line and move on to the next one. And as a result, as I've said earlier, we're working in it rather than on it. So it's restricted our growth. For 2023, we want to go bigger and better. So again, we've invested in ourselves with some education on how to scale and create bigger money in, money out deals. And I think 2023, especially with the economic climate right now, there's going to be huge opportunities, and we need to make sure that we are the ones that are in the estate agent's faces, or if we're going direct to vendor, that we're targeting the right people and we're really maximising our time, and we can benefit from that moving into 2023. And I think the early part of 2023 is going to be very lucrative.
Fabulous. So scaling and growing for 2023, because it's not always about getting more revenue. not always about that, is it? So could you tell us a little bit about how we can sort of increase profits but not necessarily increase revenue?
Yeah, it's quite simple. It's about having the right people on the board and the right systems in place. So as a result of that, you can potentially fine-tune and cut your overheads. Because obviously the less overheads you got, the more profit you make. And it's easy to get comfortable and think that it's you've got the best deal, but what you need to do is from time to time put figures out there, see what other people are paying, see what other people are offering, to see if you can reduce your costs and obviously increase your profit. So it is about keeping your eye on the ball and make sure that you're consistently getting the best deal.
Fab. So you can't just basically sort of hand your business over to somebody else. We have got a massive power team of people that help us, but we are consistently looking at pricing. We're trying out other people who potentially we may bring on as our power team. Accountants is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, tax is not my area of speciality, so you sort of employ someone else's knowledge, leverage someone else's knowledge to make sure that you're maximising, you're as tax efficient as possible. And we've had some interviews recently with various accountants, and they've all got very varied opinions on how to streamline your business so it's the most tax efficient. So again, it's about research really to make sure that you're the right fit. And part of our accountants, part of what we're trying to achieve is they become a big integral part of our power team. So if we're doing a big deal, we can take it to them and say, what's the most tax efficient way to purchase this property and exit, what is the exit strategy and the most tax efficient way to exit. So yeah, we want them to be part of our business and someone we can lean on and leverage their knowledge.
So business for next year looks very exciting for us because we have got some new projects.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got some new projects. There's going to be new opportunities in the property world, definitely next year. So for us to scale and grow, our power team as it looks now may not be the same next year.
No.
So they're integral to our business, and that could have a real effect on our revenue, our profit. So yes, we can't be scared of change.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've grown quite significantly in the last 12 months and potentially outgrown members of our power team who either don't want to take on the bigger work, the bigger workload, or haven't got the manpower to grow with us. So we are constantly looking to make sure we've got the right people on board, right team around us that want to scale and grow with us, so that we've got we are the most efficient we can be.
So that, I think, is probably the number one thing for us for next year, and for anybody who is scaling and growing their own businesses, is actually to look at the people that you've got surrounding you and have a look if they can actually help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. Would you agree with that?
Definitely. And even, I mean, you can do as much research as you like, but the proof is in the pudding. We've got a new build going on, and they came recommended, didn't they? And we went and looked at their work, which is exceptionally good and exceptionally quick, but never let us down. So you can't cover all bases. There's always going to be a bump in the road, and you've got to overcome it. We've dealt with it and we've moved on. But you've got to do as much research as you can to make sure you've got the right people on board. It's never cut and dried, but you can do as much research as possible.
So in the power team, I would also include in there mentors as well, people who can fill our knowledge gap. We continually educate ourselves. We are prolific at gathering information, at growing our knowledge, but we always are looking to somebody who's that further ahead than we are, so we can then get to where they are.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a fantastic group of mentors. We've been with Assets for Life for 3.5 years. And the support that we've had has been phenomenal, and they've certainly filled a gap here and there, and supported and questioned and kicked us, and whatever we need at any one point, they're provided. So it is, again, surrounding yourself with the right people to make sure that you stay focused and you don't get carried away, and you're doing the deals based on the numbers, not the heart overhead, which can happen.
Absolutely. So for next year, growth is going to look like potentially new members of Power Team, and mentoring, us being with mentors who can actually lead us into where we want to be.
Definitely. Having the right people around you is crucial. Our plan is to do bigger and better deals with greater rewards. With that, you need, again, the right team to support that growth and make sure that you're getting it right.
Fabulous. That's been marvellous. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.